2009, being just 22 years old, Messi got his hands on his first Ballon d'Or. The year before, Ronaldo had actually won the Ballon d'Or after leading Manchester United to a Premier League and a Champions League double. So as you can imagine, the rivalry between the two was starting to sizzle up. In the 2008-2009 season, we saw one of the greatest sides to have ever been assembled. Pep built a team that was full of players that we know today as legends, the likes of Henry, Eto'o, Xavi, Iniesta, and so on. And despite being a team full of superstars, it was the 22-year-old that shone brightest. Barcelona absolutely tore through each competition. They were winning the Champions League, La Liga, and Copa del Rey, becoming the first ever Spanish side to win the treble. And guess who they met in the final? If you said Man United, ding ding ding. The two best players in the world squaring up in the biggest final in club football to determine who was the rightful Ballon d'Or winner. I'm telling you, the scriptwriters were in their bag for this one. And yeah, Barcelona ended up winning the game with Messi scoring a header, giving us this iconic shoe celebration. In the end, Messi won the Ballon d'Or with 473 points. 2010. As we all know, 2010 was a World Cup year when it was held in South Africa. And usually in a World Cup year, it plays a big part in who wins the Ballon d'Or. Messi that year ended the season with 47 goals and Barcelona won La Liga and the Spanish Super Cup. Even then, people thought two players deserved it more. It's Andres Iniesta and Wesley Sneijder. Iniesta was of course Messi's teammate, so he won the same club trophies as him. Added on to the World Cup he won with Spain, in which he scored the game-winning goal. Wesley Sneijder, on the other hand, was part of that legendary Mourinho team who won the treble, and they even knocked out Barcelona of that year's Champions League. Added on to the fact that he led the Netherlands to the final of the World Cup, scoring 5 goals in the process. In any other year before that, he would have definitely won it. But this year, the Ballon d'Or was taken over by FIFA, which gave players and coaches a vote. So yeah, in the end, the winner was Lionel Messi, with the podium being him, Xavi, and Iniesta, which was the first time 3 players from the same club finished as the top 3 of the Ballon d'Or. 2011. At this point, Pep Guardiola's Barcelona was pretty easily established as the best team in the world, and Messi was established as the best player in the world. That season, he scored 53 goals in all competitions, which included 12 goals in the Champions League, where he won the Champions League Golden Boot. And you know what defines big players? It's how they perform in the biggest of moments. It's cool and all scoring and assisting against Getafe in the league, but where legends are made is when the lights are brightest, can you do it? And well, for Messi, the answer is yes. In the Champions League semi-finals of that year, we got El Clasico to determine who makes it to the Champions League final. And guess what Messi did? He scored a brace, including one of the greatest solo goals of all time. And in the final, they came up against Manchester United, probably the only team that could challenge Barcelona at the time. But it didn't seem like that in the final. Barcelona embarrassed them, not just in terms of the scoreline, but also the way they got played off the park. They did them so bad, they had that man Sir Alex Ferguson shaking. Anyway, Messi scored an absolute banger that game to give Barcelona the Champions League trophy. When it came to the Ballon d'Or voting in 2011, Messi won it with 47% of the votes over Ronaldo and Xavi, becoming the 3rd player in history to win 3 Ballon d'Ors. 2012, I'm sure most of you watching would already know how insane Messi was in 2012, and genuinely me saying he was insane is an understatement because he was otherworldly. He beat Gerd Muller's record by scoring 91 goals in a single calendar year. 91, bro. Just to put that into perspective, this is a list of teams he outscored that season. The guy was literally averaging a goal every 66 minutes. And the crazy thing is, in terms of team trophies, Barcelona didn't win La Liga nor the Champions League. Even then, it didn't matter because individually the things he was doing was never before seen things. Like, when will there ever be a player who scores 73 goals and gets 32 assists in a season? The answer to that is never. And yeah, he became the first ever player to win the Ballon d'Or 4 years in a row. Let that sink in, bro. 4 straight years, from 2009 to 2012, he was genuinely... And in my humble opinion, 2012 Messi is the best ever Messi that we've ever seen. 2015, after dominating the Ballon d'Or for 4 years, he put on the back burners for a couple seasons. Ronaldo clawed back a little, winning it back-to-back in 2013 and 2014. But in 2015, Messi came back with a bang. With a front 3 of himself, Suarez and Neymar, Barcelona once again dominated Europe. They won the La Liga, Copa del Rey, and the Champions League, once again winning the treble. Messi scored 58 goals that season, but that wasn't even the most impressive part. He evolved from a raw, straight-up attack-minded winger to now a more controlled and an all-rounded player. He took on a very big playmaking role, getting 31 assists that season. He once again was top scorer in the Champions League, getting himself 10 goals, leading the team to the Champions League final where they beat Juventus 3-1 in the final. In the end, he won the Ballon d'Or with 40% of the votes, and Ronaldo and Neymar finishing 2nd and 3rd respectively. 2019, Messi was now 32 years old, and in football, players usually start to slow down around this time. But here's the thing, Messi wins his 6th Ballon d'Or, breaking his own record for the most Ballon d'Ors in history. In the 2018-19 season, Messi scored 36 league goals and was the Golden Boot winner in both Spain and Europe. He scored 12 goals in that year's Champions League, including that free kick against Liverpool in the first leg of the semi-finals. A goal that will go down as one of the most beautiful free kicks in football history. Yes, I know Liverpool embarrassed them in the second leg with a 4-0 comeback win, but Messi was still insane. Barcelona did lose in the Copa del Rey final to Valencia, and Messi couldn't win Argentina the Copa America, but even then, Messi was the best player in the world. Back then, I was of the opinion that Virgil van Dijk was robbed, but looking back, and especially during researching this video, I really do think Messi deserved it. I mean, just look at the facts. 51 goals in 50 games for Barcelona. He won his 6th European Golden Shoe, which was the most in football history at the time. Top scorer in both La Liga and the Champions League. And I mean, what more can I even say, bro? 2021. If you're an Argentinian, I know this one hits different. Messi finally got the one thing that people held against him for years, an international trophy. But before we look into his Copa America, let's look at his club season for Barcelona first. He won the Pichichi again with 30 goals in La Liga and 38 goals in all competitions. But if we're being honest, the reason for why he won the Ballon d'Or that year was because of what happened in the summer. From the opening group stage game of that Copa America, Messi was on a mission. He scored 4 goals and 5 assists on the way to the final. He finished as the tournament's top scorer and top assister and was named the best player of the tournament. But all that was just the little add-ons, because the real prize was the big one, the Copa America trophy. A trophy that he came so close to winning on so many occasions but can never get his hands on it. I mean, he even retired after the 2016 Copa America final loss to Chile. It was that bad. But it all changed on that fateful night in July when Argentina beat Brazil and Messi finally got his hands on it. And this night changed the whole Ballon d'Or conversation, because before this, Lewandowski was by far the favorite. He had broken the Bundesliga single season record when he scored 41 goals for Bayern in the league. I'm not gonna lie, they did the homie Lewa bad, because he should have won it the season before, but they cancelled it because of COVID, and he went even crazier in 2021 just for it to get given to Lionel Messi. Anyway, Messi won Ballon d'Or number 7 that year. 2023. This year, Messi won his 8th and final Ballon d'Or, and the reason for this is simply the World Cup. If we're being honest, the Ballon d'Or was decided on December 18th, 2022 in Lusail Stadium in Qatar. He did have a decent season for PSG, getting 21 goals and 20 assists in all competitions. He helped PSG win Ligue 1, but what really elevated him to the Ballon d'Or was the World Cup. In the tournament, he scored 7 goals and got 3 assists, winning man of the match in 5 different games, including the final. He scored in every knockout game, the round of 16, quarters, semis, and 2 in the final against France. Speaking of the final, we got probably the greatest World Cup final of all time, and maybe even the greatest game of all time. The two teams went bar for bar the whole game, or should I say Messi and Mbappe went goal for goal, with Kiki scoring a World Cup final hat-trick. In the end though, Argentina came through on penalties, cementing the legacy of Lionel Messi as the greatest player of all time. When the Ballon d'Or ceremony came around, Messi got 462 points over Haaland, who got 357. A lot of people, including me, thought that Haaland deserved it more. The guy literally couldn't have had a better season. He won the treble while also breaking every single goal scoring record in the Premier League. But hey, in the end, Messi won it, making it 8 Ballon d'Ors, a number so unfathomable, I don't think it'll ever even be touched. And with that being said, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, because best believe we are here to take over.